I told you that Cristiano Ronaldo became so big, he was fighting against an entire organization? They somehow managed to paint him as the bad guy. And all through his career, Ronaldo had to live with the fact that football's biggest organization hated him. This is the story of how FIFA hated Ronaldo. And wait till you see the day they embarrassed him in front of the world. Ronaldo and FIFA's relationship isn't love-hate, it's all hate. The injustice to the guy didn't start today, it's been going on for over 20 years. 2005 was the first time Ronaldo was robbed on a global scale. That year, Ronaldo was the clear odds-on favourite for the Golden Boy Award. See, Ronaldo had lost the award in 2003 to Rafael van der Vaart and his teammate Wayne Rooney in 2004, who both put up better numbers than him. And in turn, Ronaldo figured to win the award, he'd need to keep the dribbling aside and bring in end product. And that year, he finished with 9 goals and 9 assists in 50 matches for Manchester United, including 4 goals and 3 assists in the 7 games for Manchester United, leading up to the FA Cup final defeat to Arsenal. On the international scene with Portugal, he was a beast. In the 12 World Cup qualifying games Portugal played in that year, Ronaldo racked up 7 goals and 6 assists. That's 13 goal contributions in 12 games. You'd think with numbers like this, he'd be the easy pick for the Golden Boy Award. But the crazy part is, by the time the award was being rolled out in the year, Ronaldo wasn't the one on the podium. Lionel Messi won it. For context, Messi only played 9 games for Barcelona's senior team that season, ending up with 1 goal and 1 assist. In World Cup qualification for Argentina, he had 1 assist from 3 qualifying games and didn't score in the Copa del Rey, as Barcelona got eliminated in the second round to Gramenet. He was judged based on his performances at the Under-20 World Cup in Germany that year, where he won the competition with Argentina after finishing 6 goals and 2 assists, including winning the Golden Boy Award. I mean, when the numbers get placed side by side, it's injustice. Ronaldo performed at a higher level. He played 50 games for Manchester United's first team that season, while Messi only played 9. In the cup competition, he was arguably United's best player as they just narrowly lost out to Arsenal in the final. Messi won the award based on an under-20 competition Ronaldo didn't play in. But the reality is that it happened, and at the time, it was a big sham. Ronaldo didn't let this affect his game though. He knew the individual awards would come and it would only be a matter of time. But the next high-profile incident in 2007 directly involved FIFA. And on a global scale, they disgraced Ronaldo. In the 2006-07 season, 3 players got shortlisted for the FIFA Men's Player of the Year, and Ronaldo wasn't one of them. Ronaldo had an amazing year that campaign, he balled out. United won the league for the first time in 3 years, and Ronaldo was key to United's success. 23 goals and 14 assists in 53 games. 17 goals and 8 assists in the Premier League, 8 goal contributions and 11 Champions League games. And when it comes down to it, doing the dribbling work from the wing, Ronaldo didn't slouch. In the Champions League game versus Benfica, Ronaldo set a record of 20 dribbles completed. That's the most ever in a Champions League match. Numbers-wise, performance-wise, Ronaldo was right up there with the best in the world. Ultimately though, everyone knew Kaká was going to win it based on the season he just had with AC Milan. And that performance at Old Trafford. Yeah, but after him, Ronaldo was hands down the second best player in the world. And so the stage was set for the award ceremony that showed what FIFA thought about the boy from Madeira. The biggest award in the game, and FIFA's top officials were all on show. President at the time, Sepp Blatter, was in attendance. And when it came down to it, it was finally time to announce the 3 best players in the world. Even before he came up, you could just sense something crazy was about to go down. Blatter was up the podium now, and together with FIFA, this happened. First off, Messi came in second, and Ronaldo third. For context, as I just highlighted, Ronaldo had a better campaign. Messi had 17 goals and 3 assists in 36 games compared to Ronaldo's 23 and 14 in 53. Messi's biggest performance was arguably the hat-trick versus Real Madrid in El Clasico and the solo goal versus Getafe. But Ronaldo, on the other hand, had balled out. That's not even the worst part because that wasn't the biggest robbery of the night. Something even worse happened a few seconds later. You tried, but you didn't manage.
Oh.
Well, you tried, but you didn't manage.
If there was ever going to be a moment of peak embarrassment to a player, it was right there. In front of the millions watching around the world, Ronaldo was forced to hand over the award FIFA had given him and switch with Messi. Their mistake, not his. And still on the spot, they mocked him for it. I mean, they had all year to decide who the award was going to. They messed it up on the night. And Blatter was even emphasizing the fact that Ronaldo came third and Messi finished second. Like we didn't know. After this moment, the bias couldn't be hidden any longer. Something was going on with FIFA and Ronaldo that the world didn't know about, and it was clear for all to see. On his part, Ronaldo didn't give up. Honestly, if an embarrassment that big happens to me, I'm never coming to any award shows again. Ronaldo, though, balled out. In the 2007-08 season, there was no one better. He set a then Premier League record for the most goals in a single season with 31, helping United win the league for the second consecutive season. In the Champions League, he finished as the competition's top scorer with 8 goals, including scoring in the final versus Chelsea. And some of the goals he scored that year were simply breathtaking. Dear ball specialist, aerial specialist, from any position, Ronaldo was lethal. That year, FIFA couldn't deny it even if they tried, and in that regard, Ronaldo was voted as the best player in the world. Couldn't rob him of this one even if they tried. Over the next couple of years, Lionel Messi dominated football and won the next 4 Ballon d'Ors in a row. This doesn't mean Ronaldo had poor campaigns, Messi was just better. However, in the 2012-13 season, Ronaldo's series of impressive performances took him back to the top of European football again. He won the Ballon d'Or in 2013, 5 years after his first, and it seemed by doing so he'd once again reignited the spark with an old enemy. 2013, a year Cristiano Ronaldo would never forget. On the international scene, he was Portugal's captain leading the charge to qualify for the World Cup. At club level, he'd performed so hard that he won the Ballon d'Or for all his efforts. But at the end of the year, FIFA's president Sepp Blatter made the statement that confirmed what Ronaldo and the world already knew the organization thought about him. Blatter was asked in an exclusive interview on who he preferred between Messi and Ronaldo. And before I even get into what he said, there was a lot wrong with this. I mean, come on. I don't even need to be a political genius to know anyone who holds the office of a FIFA president needs to be neutral to the public. Even if he's got favorites, he keeps it to himself. Sepp Blatter didn't think like this though, and his responses were incredible. In this interview response, he clearly stated a couple of things. He called Ronaldo something else and referred to him as a commander on the field. By this, Blatter was saying that Ronaldo forced his teammates to pass to him, and that the only reason Ronaldo managed to perform was because his team was scared of him. Then he did that commander expression to mock him as well. If you ever needed proof that FIFA and Sepp Blatter had an agenda against Ronaldo, this was it. Blatter went on to boldly state that Lionel Messi was his favorite. And I'll get to Ronaldo's response in a couple of seconds, but first, you're watching this video and still haven't subscribed to Mr. Football yet. That's wrong, and you're missing out. Back to it now, and in turn, Ronaldo had a response in 2 forms waiting for Blatter in just days. This shows clearly the respect and consideration that FIFA has for me, to my club and my country. Much is explained now. I wish Mr. Blatter health and long life with the certainty that he will continue to witness, as he deserves, the successes of his favourite teams and players. Ronaldo's response was neat. He knew FIFA hated him all along, and now the president of the organisation had come out to openly admit it. Ronaldo fired back. And this was just his response off the field. On it, Ronaldo also had a custom message for Blatter. The commander still performed. On his part, Blatter came out to issue an apology to Ronaldo, but honestly, it just felt like Blatter was playing damage control. The deed had already been done. Blatter had made his feelings clear. He preferred Ronaldo to Messi and didn't even hesitate to show it. Just 2 years on, and suddenly Ronaldo's words got twisted in a saga that went viral. In 2015, Ronaldo was coming off back-to-back Ballon d'Ors, while Sepp Blatter was involved in a corruption scandal that threatened his position as FIFA president. The entire world was talking about it, except Ronaldo. See guys, that's one of Ronaldo's biggest strengths, and still is. He knows how to separate distractions from his game and block out any unwanted information. And when the news about Blatter's corruption scandal came out, Ronaldo wasn't interested. That year, his CR7 brand had also started kicking things in the international scene. And while in the US, he got the opportunity to promote his brand new headphones on a radio talk show. At least that's what he thought, because the interview said Ronaldo was to come in and talk about his headphones. But in that viral video, the only thing that reporter was interested in was giving Ronaldo a bad reputation. And this, guys, is where the misconception came in. See, when this video started making the rounds, Ronaldo received tons of hate, and that's because people believed he was taking a direct dig at FIFA. Watching the video again though, it's easy to understand the truth. Ronaldo only responded that way because he was tired of getting asked questions that didn't relate to his brand and the product he was trying to push. And the interviewer wasn't helping. Even when Ronaldo said he and his teammates weren't talking about FIFA, he legit said he didn't believe Ronaldo and still went on to the press. Anyone would be mad at that. The narrative now was that Ronaldo hated FIFA just as much, and he wanted to abuse the organization. That's crazy. By 2012 though, things had changed. Sepp Blatter was gone as FIFA president, and the new man, Gianni Infantino, well, he seemed neutral and kept his opinions on who the better player was to himself. But from another angle, fans had now noticed the bias FIFA still had with Ronaldo. The video game scene. FIFA had become the world's biggest game at that point. Everyone was playing it. It generated billions in terms of revenue for both FIFA and EA, and became a marketable franchise. See, part of what made FIFA so special apart from the unique gameplay and in-game features was the covers. FIFA covers became a thing. If a player did pretty well before, he became the cover star for the next edition. Just to give an idea into what was going on, from 2011 to 2017, the FIFA cover stars were Wayne Rooney and Ricardo Kaká. Wayne Rooney and Jack Wilshere, Messi, and Marco Reus. Pretty interesting choices. Turns out that FIFA had a 4-year contract with Messi to allow Messi to become the face of the brand. But in 2018, things changed. Messi's contract was up, and after giving fans the chance to vote for the next cover in FIFA 17, they decided in the following year to make a bold move, and the new face of the brand was CR7. It was supposed to be a multi-year contract, but in 2019, FIFA had to cut Ronaldo off. What happened? Well, it was a lot. See, Ronaldo was accused of assaulting an American woman named Catherine Mayorga in 2009, and in turn, the woman filed a lawsuit against Ronaldo. Now the truth is, she was just trying to play on Ronaldo's fame and see what she could get out of it. Ronaldo had become a marketable brand, and apart from that, her story was very much shaky. She claimed Ronaldo had paid her hush money in 2009, but here she was, 10 years later, trying to charge the man against it. Ronaldo decided the claims, said they weren't true, and even proceeded to make sure the matter went to court, so he could clear his name off the mess. But while he was doing all of this, FIFA didn't have his back. See, before this, Ronaldo was the exclusive cover. The in-game menus featured his face on the loading screen. But as you can see in this image, he'd now been replaced with Alex Morgan, Paulo Dybala, Kevin De Bruyne, and Neymar. Ronaldo was taken out as the cover star, and when FIFA got asked about it, their defense was a pretty weird reason. With the Champions League knockout stages underway, we are featuring some of the biggest stars in football. They tried to suggest that the new change in cover stars and menus was linked to the Champions League, but it wasn't adding up. If they were going to make a change, it wasn't going to be that sudden. It would have been planned. The start of 2019 was a rough period for Ronaldo, especially because months back FIFA had done him the biggest robbery in the history of the game. 2018 was Ronaldo's year. In the first part of the year, he was still Real Madrid's star man. He helped the team knock out a star-studded PSG team in the Champions League round of 16 by scoring home and away. And in the quarter-final first leg, he produced the greatest Champions League goal of all time. GOAT player, GOAT goal. Ronaldo still came clutch in the second leg of that quarter-final. Juventus almost pulled off a comeback to take the game to extra time until Ronaldo fired the penalty that sent Madrid to the semis. He was the top scorer in the Champions League that season with 15 goals and 3 assists in 13 games. He had 26 goals and 5 assists in 27 La Liga games. He scored in the semi-final and bagged the winning goal in the Club World Cup final for Madrid. And in the World Cup for Portugal on the opening day, he made a statement performance. A hat-trick against Spain. Ronaldo finished the club season for Real Madrid with 44 goals and 8 assists in 44 games, and was the outright favourite to win the Ballon d'Or. But at the awards ceremony that year, the world was treated to an embarrassing spectacle. You just knew something shady was going to happen when this started it off. See, Salah's goal here won the Puskas Award, but the crazy thing is, it didn't even win Goal of the Month in the Premier League or Goal of the Season. For context, Ronaldo's bicycle kick against Juventus was also nominated, but he lost out to a goal I'd bet not even Salah himself picks in his top 5. Shady enough. Down to the main thing, and this just had robbery written all over it. The two leading contenders had emerged, Cristiano Ronaldo and Luka Modric. At 33, with the numbers he had, Ronaldo knew he'd done enough to be heading home with the Ballon d'Or, but the main award was given to someone else. No respect to Luka Modric, who had a fantastic season with Real Madrid and Croatia, but the truth is, Modric's rise to the Ballon d'Or rankings came only as a result of his performance in the 2018 World Cup. They legit used a 4-week tournament to judge a 9-month season in football. That was Ronaldo's chance to equal the Ballon d'Or gap between himself and Messi. Messi was on 6 at the time, and he was on 5. FIFA did him a robbery, and this was the ultimate one in a long list of things they've done against the guy. Ronaldo's built different. Instead of complaining or going off about it, he just continued doing his football, and at 39, is all set to break an incredible record, the first man to 1,000 goals. Can he do it? It's all in the next video. Ronaldo's impossible mission to 1,000 goals.